He didn't want to be around me in case I got into his head. You know, all this getting into people's heads, I think it's a load of shit anyway, to be fair. It's like, I'm living in his head rent-free and all that. You've heard it all before, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's just talk. Sticks and stones break your bones. Names.
I prefer the presser to just flow. But Eubank's a premeditated guy. That's
breaking news from today's explosive press conference, where tensions boiled over as Tyson Fury and Mariusz Wach came face-to-face in a dramatic encounter that quickly grabbed the attention of the boxing world. The biggest talking point came when
What, nigga? Chase, come on, let's go. No, not here, bro. Not him, bro.
Well, it's exciting, but I don't like these press conferences. I really do not like it when it goes this way. I don't like language and all the stuff that goes down. Totally unnecessary because we've got a really good competitive.
Fury shoved Wach during a heated exchange, creating one of the most talked about moments of the event. Whether it was spontaneous emotion or calculated promotion, the incident immediately set social media buzzing and added another layer of intrigue to an already controversial.
Out there, I'm going to give him a boxing lesson and I'm going to knock him out. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Why did I bring Sugar Hill in? Because I wanted to. Why do I keep switching trainers? Because I want to. You know, I'm a big believer in you never a finished article. You can always...
Controversial matchup. Despite the chaos, Fury remained completely confident when discussing the fight itself. The former heavyweight champion insisted that he expects to dominate Wach from the opening bell, promising to
And he knows how to shout houses down and make threats and swear and all the rest of it because he creates chaos wherever he goes. And for whatever the reason, the public
box him before eventually scoring a knockout. Fury showed no signs of doubt, describing the contest as another opportunity to remind everyone of his abilities inside the ring. The Gypsy King also addressed the criticism surrounding his freak.
I can see he's looking well, smart. And that's it really, you know, there's not much I can say, and I don't, for the first time in my boxing career, I don't need to sell this fight. People know what they're gonna get. It says exactly what it says on the tin. You're gonna get a good fight. Whether I think the consensus is either he knocks me out or I win on points. That's what's been going around. I have a few
frequent trainer changes. Fury explained that he constantly looks for ways to improve because he believes no fighter is ever the finished product. According to him, adapting, learning new techniques, and challenging himself with...
I mean, we've got security here. They're here for a reason, and it just seems it's happening a little bit too often now on some of these press conferences, and it needs to stop. I mean, the border control.
The different coaching styles are all part of staying at the highest level of the sport. Former world champion Duke McKenzie weighed in on Fury's larger-than-life personality, suggesting that controversy simply follows him wherever he goes. McKenzie argued that Fury has become one of...
It was a bitch move. I really did.
Have you spoken?
I would never. If you chin someone at a presser, if you do that, it's different. But when you carry something on the stage to hit someone around the face with, I weren't mad on it. That's all.
But it does sell the fight.
Yeah,
and it's an absolutely
the fight's
massive
gonna...
Boxing's biggest attractions, because fans never know what to expect. Whether it's his interviews, press conferences, or performances in the ring, Fury always finds a way to dominate headlines and keep people talking.
That's exactly what it says on the tin. You're gonna get a good fight. Whether I think the consensus is either he knocks me out or I win on points. That's what's been going around. Either Fury wins on points or Wilder wins by KO.
When asked whether the press conference confrontation was part of a psychological strategy, Fury dismissed the idea completely. He insisted that words don't win fights, and claimed he no longer feels the need to prove himself to critics. Instead, Fury said his performance on fight night will provide all the answers anyway.
Now that's like 46 years old. I think he's 133. Out of 33, he's stopped 20. He's lost... I think he's been stopped 8 or 10 times, I can't remember. But what I'm saying is, so there's no threat there. There should be no threat there. And this is how they're looking at it. They're going to take the flight. They're going to take the criticism, Tyson Fury's camp, for picking this opponent. He just wants to get out. So this isn't about the opponent. This is about Tyson Fury just getting out there, getting a bit of a sweat on, trying to steal a bit of thunder from AJ's performance the day after.
One needs. Promoter Frank Warren admitted he was frustrated by yet another chaotic press conference. While acknowledging that heated rivalries can help build excitement, Warren emphasized that physical confrontations are becoming far too common and risk overshadowing the actual boxing. He made it clear that the focus should remain on the fight itself.
Emphatic victory to wet everybody's whistle, get everybody talking about him again. Ultimately, talk's cheap. You can talk up the fight all you want. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to smash him. All the things that he may or may not say before the fight, because we're used to it now. We've heard it a million times over. What everybody needs to see is the proof's got to be in the pudding. What's he got?
Rather than unnecessary altercations outside the ring. Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn also offered his opinion on the incident. Although he wasn't entirely comfortable seeing fighters become physical during promotional events, he distinguished between emotional reactions and staged confrontations designed purely for publicity.
He is trying to get attention, he's trying to stay in the limelight and keep in the public eye, or is he trying to do it as a negotiating ploy, so when he's retired it's going to cost a bit more money to get him out of retirement? But either way, if I'm totally honest, I'm getting fucking sick of it. I'm really just...
Hearn admitted that, like it or not, moments like these inevitably generate enormous attention and will likely increase interest in the fight. Tony Bellew was among the harshest critics of the matchup. From a sporting perspective, he described the contest as a mismatch, arguing that Wach no longer represents a genuine threat to Fury.
Now, he's a big, strong man, as you can see. Tyson's an elite boxer, but what's he got left? I don't know. Tyson's not a stupid man. He knows where he's at. He feels good in training, but in training is one thing, in the ring under...
However, Bellew also acknowledged the commercial reality of modern boxing, admitting that financial incentives often influence matchmaking decisions even when competitive value is questioned. Johnny Nelson expressed confusion surrounding the entire event, noting that conflicting reports have made it difficult to understand exactly how the fight came together. He warned that underestimated opponents can still create problems, especially when favorites fail to prepare properly. Nelson stressed that boxing history is filled with examples of seemingly easy fights becoming unexpectedly difficult.
But what I'm saying is I'm quite sure Tyson expects the backlash, he expects the criticism, expects the out, and people forget it. And you know, that's how is Frank Warren involved in this? Is he the promoter? I'm mixed up because I think Tyson said that his promoter now was Turkey. I don't know if Frank says his advisor or his promoter. I don't know. So, number one, the fight's out in Thailand. So, is that a Queensberry show? That's number one. Number two,
they're on the poster.
Oh, okay, if they're on the poster, so he must be down there.
Ring and setter.
As an advisor or someone that might have just doing a favour and put it. I don't know the situation now. It's a bit confusing, the information that's come out. But on the whole, you know, I'm quite sure everybody around him will say, look, you're going to get some flack for this. Let it die down and get the stick. But the danger is this, and we've seen it always happens. If you get in there with somebody that's not very good, or you don't respect as being very good, that's where you make a mistake and you look bad. You beat him, but you look bad. Now, Wach's like 46 years old. I think he's 133. Out of 33, he's stopped 20. He's lost... I think he's been stopped 8 or 10 times, I can't remember. But what I'm saying is, so there's no threat there. There should be no threat there. And this is how they're looking at it. They're going to take the flight. They're going to take the criticism, Tyson Fury's camp, for picking this opponent.
Duke McKenzie returned with another interesting observation, praising Fury's ability to sell a fight while questioning how much the former champion has left at the elite level. McKenzie believes that talk alone is no longer enough. In his opinion, Fury now needs a dominant, convincing victory to silence growing doubts and remind everyone why he has been considered one of the world's best heavyweights. Froch questioned Fury's true...
was a formidable man. But when you fight, one of the hardest punches in boxing history 3 times.
It takes something out of you.
Of course it does, yeah.
You text it out, it never gets replaced.
Yeah.
You can never fill that tank up like you had it before. And every shot he took, don't forget in the last fight he went down 4 times, cannons of shots. He fought his heart out, he went to the well, he gave his all to get that knockout.
One of the greatest trilogies we've ever had.
And when he got that knockout, Tyson, he had nothing left after that.
Intentions. Wondering whether the constant headlines are driven by a desire for attention or by strategic business negotiations ahead of a possible return to major championship fights. Either way, Froch admitted he has grown increasingly tired of the endless speculation surrounding Fury's future. Perhaps the most surprising comments came from John Fury, who offered an unusually honest...
All the noise around this fight now leans towards the fight happening in the States, and I've got to be honest, that is an absolute fucking piss take. It's out of order. You've got 2 British heavyweight fighters, former world champions, fighting in the biggest fight in British boxing history, and it's not going to be on British soil. Just taking the piss out of the fans. If it goes over to the States, there's nobody really that can agree, other than money, that this fight should be happening over there. They've both made over 100 million. They're both absolutely flying financially. So what's an extra 10 million when you've got 150 million in your bank? I'm sure it don't make much difference, but it's about honouring the fans and honouring the people that have been there from the start of your career, people that have bought tickets time after time, after you've been beat up, after you've lost your titles, after you've tried to come back, after you've said a few things that's pissed a few people off. The fans have stuck by the side of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury through thick and thin. Finally, just to finish on this rant, a message to the powers that be, the promoters, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Zuffer, Dana White, Turki Al-Sheikh, whoever's making that final decision. Are you going to ask the British fans to spend, give or take, $5,000 on a flight out of here to Vegas, ticket for the show, hotels, all the cost, expenses, etc., or watch it at 4 a.m. on Netflix? Either of them's hard work. Or you're going to stick it on in Britain at one of the stadiums.
Assessment of his son's career. Rather than portraying Tyson as unbeatable, he argued that the brutal trilogy against Deontay Wilder took an enormous physical toll. According to John, surviving 3 unforgettable battles against one of boxing's hardest punchers inevitably leaves lasting damage that no fighter can completely recover from. John reflected particularly on...
Hi guys, I thought I'd take this opportunity to just say a little word about Thailand really. Very special place to me. I came here a few years ago. I fell in love with training here with the heat and everything, waking up every day, stunning. It's also a place where Christians, Muslims and Buddhists all live together in harmony. Unbelievable. Very, very beautiful place. Very, very thankful that I'm able to fight here and raise money for the Father Ray Foundation. A very, very good cause, and I hope everyone can dig deep and give as much as they can, or as little as they can, and let's try and raise some money for a very, very good cause. These have been helping children for over 30 years, deprived, disabled, homeless, starving, all of the above. I'm going to give it my best shot to do the best I can to raise as much as I can for them, and yeah. Let's go. Thank you. Blessed be the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
On the punishment Tyson absorbed during the 3rd fight, when he was knocked down multiple times before eventually stopping Wilder. He believes Tyson gave absolutely everything in those battles, and suggested that some of the physical foundation that once made him so dominant may never fully return. Johnny Nelson also questioned the promotional structure behind the event, admitting uncertainty over who is...
This guy, Mariusz Wach, was just in a freak show, and he's clearly being paid just to step into the ring and lose to Tyson Fury. There is no competition aspect. There's no reason for this. They better not put this on Netflix. Holy shit, they better not. Put this on Netflix. It is on Netflix. Well, I shouldn't say that. These posters, they can be deceiving at times. I don't think there's been an actual official announcement. Yeah, it's in Thailand as well, so all the lady boys can come and watch, I guess. I don't know. They gotta pay us to watch this? Yeah, bro. This is garbage. This is garbage. If this goes longer than a round or 2, this is absolute garbage.
Truly leading the project. Looking strictly at the matchup, Nelson pointed to Wach's age and recent performances as evidence that Fury is facing a low-risk opponent, while accepting criticism from fans who expected a far more competitive challenge. Carl Froch shifted the discussion toward another controversial issue by criticizing the possibility of major British heavyweight fights taking place overseas. He argued that lifelong British supporters deserve to witness these blockbuster events in the United Kingdom rather than watching them staged elsewhere simply for larger financial rewards. Fury himself ended on a far more positive note by speaking about his affection for Thailand, where he has spent significant time training. He explained that the event also aims to support the Father Ray Foundation, a charity that has helped vulnerable children for decades. Fury expressed hope that the fight can raise both.
I can understand Tyson fighting out there because he spent time out there just training. He just wants to get out. So we kind of can't jump on him for picking this opponent because he's expecting it. This is not about the opponent. This is about Tyson Fury getting out, getting a workout, and getting paid for it. God knows how much. I don't think it'd be that much. Has he got a TV deal?
It's funny you said that, getting paid for it.
Awareness and valuable funds for the organization, giving the occasion meaning beyond boxing. Not everyone was convinced. Several respected voices dismissed the contest as little more than a showcase designed to rebuild Fury's momentum without presenting any serious danger. Dave Allen offered perhaps the most balanced opinion, acknowledging that Wach was once a respected heavyweight, but has clearly declined with age. Allen suggested that choosing a safer opponent makes sense if Fury is planning a much bigger showdown in the near future, particularly a long-awaited clash with Anthony Joshua. As fight night approaches, opinions remain deeply divided. Some believe the press conference drama was classic Tyson Fury entertainment designed to capture headlines and sell the event. Others see the matchup as a low-risk stepping stone against a fated opponent. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: Fury has once again placed himself firmly at the center of boxing's biggest conversation, ensuring that fans around the world will be watching closely to see whether his performance lives up to all the pre-fight drama.